Hello and welcome to a special interview edition of Matt's Mosh Pit. And today I had the opportunity to sit down with Helly and Melissa from the band Hand of Juno. And they could not have been nicer. It was just an amazing experience and I can't wait to share it with you. But just a little bit of a background on Hand of Juno. I found them via the band Infected Rain. In my preparation for my interview with Infected Rain, I found out that bass player Alice Lane also had another project called Hand of Juno. And so I wanted to check them out. And as you guys, if you've been a fan of the channel, you've seen that I've done some Hand of Juno reactions, and I've loved every bit of them. And I went out, got their EP, fell in love with it, and it's just been so cool that they were able to sit down with me and have this interview, and I'm just very, very excited because it's just so neat when you find this music, you fall in love with it, and then you get an opportunity to actually talk to the band members who created it. It's just super cool, and I can't thank you guys enough for just kind of giving me this platform. And so it's really, really neat. I can't wait. Once again, I can't wait to share this interview with you. So instead of me just blabbing on and on and on, I guess I should just get right to the video. So here is my interview with Helly and Melissa from the band Hand of Juno. Hello. So I'm joined with Hand of Juno, Helly, drummer, and Melissa, the lead singer. How are you guys doing today?
Hello.
Super great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. So I have to say this, in this interview, I really want to cover the past, present, future, and right now. I spend my day going past, present, future, right now. So we have to kind of cover that all in this interview. So if I'm correct, you guys are from Milan or Italy or in that area?
Yeah. We are from Italy, but actually none of us is from Milan.
Oh, okay.
um, Ellie is from Venice and I am from Florence, but I live in Brescia, which is in the
Uh,
north of Italy. Yeah.
Okay, because I was going to say the only place in Italy I've been in Milan for 24 hours, and that was
Wow.
it was a great 24 hours, and I
Yeah.
definitely want to go back to Italy. So I saw you guys, and I thought you guys were from Milan, so I'm like, yes, the only place I've been, I can speak to it. It was great 24 hours.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean it's the biggest city, so
mhm. So, how did each of you get into music? And we can start with, whoever wants to go first. But how did you just like from early age get into just wanting to play music for a career?
You go first, Melissa. Why?
okay. When I was a kid, when I was 3 years old, my parents took me to a music lesson for kids, and that's when all started. Then from that moment, I've always taken music lesson, and I started with piano, and then I switched to singing lesson. I started opera singing from when I was 14 years old to like 18, 19 years old. And then I switched to modern singing, and I'm actually still learning every day. And I just learned a few years ago the harsh vocals techniques. So that's my story.
And how did you just think to yourself, I got to get right into harsh vocal? Like, how does the harsh vocals come into play? Is it
um,
just based on style of music you like, or?
yeah. I've always listened to extreme metal music, and then I discovered Ginger, and I I was like, wow, she can do this. I need to learn. So
Mhm,
I started because of Tetiana, and
mhm.
so yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And Helly?
So I started playing. I mean, trying to play drums when I was 5 years old. Um, and then I was for 1 year I was keep on playing on the table with my hands. So my parents started to get really, how can I say, I mean, I was really disturbing them, doing
Hmm.
trying to playing drums in this way. So after 1 year, they gave me the chance to study in a music school. So I started to read notes, start to playing, march, the march style, stuff like this. But then when I was like, I think 10 years old, I really started to hate drums because I was always playing the same things. Okay, so after 1 year, I have to say thanks to my mother because she she suggests me to go in another school, music school, and then so I keep on studying drums till I was 16 years old, and I mean I really studied a lot, and I mean I'm really glad for the path that I took with my study. And but I mean, there was no one in my family that I mean wanted me to play an instrument, or that I mean that made me listen to a lot of music.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a little bit
It
strange,
just
but I mean,
naturally happened.
yeah, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah. So, who are your musical heroes? Like we heard Tatiana for Melissa, but I'm sure there's more people than that. But from a drumming perspective, who are your musical heroes?
Well, actually, well, for sure, the first drummer who influenced me um, to play metal was Lars Ulrich of
Mm.
Metallica. I think it's a classic, but whatever.
Oh yeah,
But I mean,
absolutely.
because I mean, even if I think every one of us know that since so many years he's not playing so good live,
Mm.
okay, but the way that he hits the drums, and I mean, he's really powerful, and he knows how to play with a lot of passion. So I
Mhm.
think this is also one of the reasons that he's one of the most famous drummer in the world. So till I mean, also right now for me, Lars Ulrich means a lot. Yeah, so
Mhm.
he's for
Uh,
sure one of my superhero. But then, for example, I also like um, Doom Schneider of Rammstein.
mm.
He plays in a really straight and simple way, but this is also why I like him. So,
Awesome.
or maybe also I liked a lot Inferno of Behemoth, but now we are talking about extreme metal like Black
Yeah.
Death metal. So I don't have a favorite drummer, but I like many different drummers. Yeah, that's for
Mhm.
sure.
Awesome. And I know Melissa, I stole Tatiana because you mentioned her before, but are there any other influences for you?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. And probably the most important singer for me, um, that gives me a lot of inspiration is Daniel Tompkins from Tesseract. And I really love his style, his composition skills. Also, he writes these super unique vocal lines, and I love that I can hear the Michael Jackson influence in those vocal lines, and it mesmerizes me every time because um, it's a super pop influence in a gent progressive metal genre. So
Hmm.
it's kind of um, it's kind of amazing, yeah. So he is one of my main inspirations, yeah.
I never thought Michael Jackson and Tesseract before. I need to check
Yeah,
it out.
but
I need to go.
uh, me too. But then I listened to an interview of Daniel Tompkins, and he said Michael Jackson was one of his biggest inspo. So and then from that point, when I listen Tesseract, I always listen Michael Jackson in it, and it's so true. Yeah,
I'm totally gonna hear it from a different level now. Thank you.
yeah.
That's awesome. So, how did you guys find each other? Were did you get guys like ad in the paper,
Ah.
or how did?
So we met so many years ago. I think it was almost 3 or maybe 4 years ago. I don't
No,
remember exactly.
it was 3 years ago. Yeah.
3 years ago. Okay. Um, so before Hand of Juno, there was another band, Kitty Baudelaire, and there was me at the beginning. Well, actually, Alice Lane, that now she's the official bass player in Infected Rain. There was her. Then there was another guitar player, um, and there was another singer. I mean, there was everyone except Melissa. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Oh, sorry.
and
Well,
then
you're
what
here now.
happened? Yeah, it's easier if I say it this way. And then I mean, we had to change the singer, and so Alice Lane she found Melissa. So that's the way that we start to meet and to work together. But I mean, then in a short period, the lineup uh, changed once again. So at the end, I mean, even before producing or recording music with the project Hilly Baudelaire, there were only me, Alice, and Melissa. So at a certain point, we wanted also to change the direction of the project, and so we started also to change the name because no one of us was attached anymore to Killy Baudelaire sound. That it was more like, I don't know, maybe alternative rock with some metalcore influences. Okay,
Hmm.
it was for sure something softer than what we are doing right now. And so, yeah, this is how it started. I mean, it started with another project, and then everything completely changed. And here we are. Right now, there is only Melissa and I. I mean, this is Hand of Juno, Melissa and I.
Yeah.
And, we are still working for, releasing our first album. So I think that, yeah, maybe this summer, I hope so, it will be out. So yeah, Melissa and
That'd be
I
good.
are the composer of the band, and we are always been the composer of the band. That's why we are still keep on working in this project, and
Hmm.
we can do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a
So
story.
awesome. So what does Hand of Juno mean to you? Like, how did you guys come up with the name Hand of Juno?
Um, so we thought about the name a lot, and then we came up with Hand of Juno because Juno is a Greek goddess, um, and she's known for both having a good hand in terms of helping people, and also she's known for being a great mother, someone that is also able to punish. And so we take her example to transmit people that we are both. We are like a coin with two faces,
Hmm.
and we wanted to also celebrate women. And you know it, it's kind of a celebration of women and power. We
Hmm.
want to really focus on empowering women in music, and I hope we will be able to do that.
Absolutely. Like I said, I've loved your videos and I've played your videos on my channel, just because I also want to empower women in music as well. I think the majority of the videos I've probably had were Ginger, Infected Rain,
Hmm.
you guys, and really trying to you know show that
Yeah, we
empowerment.
appreciate
So
it. Yeah.
no, I'm
Yeah,
happy
thank you
for
so
I'm
much
happy
for
for it.
thank you for having us and inviting us actually.
No, absolutely. I'm happy for it. So, who, how do you guys create your music? Is it lyrics first, then music, or vice versa? And who does what in that piece?
um,
Um,
it depends.
yeah.
Most of
So
the
far, s- so far the majority of the tracks were composed by Ellie first.
Mhm.
So the instrumental part, and also sometimes um, um, a little bit of the vocal lines. She gave the initial idea. So she
Mhm.
everything comes from her first, and then I I elaborate the vocal line, and I write the lyrics, but it all comes from Ellie's ideas first. So
Mhm.
she's the composer actually of everything.
Way to go.
Pretty much. Yeah.
So, so one thing that stood out was in the videos that Alice was playing bass and Helly was playing drums and you're singing, but there's no guitarist. Like who does the guitars, or are there no
Yeah.
guitar? I'm
those
not trained in anything, so that's why I'm kind of just curious how that happens.
Yeah.
so basically when I write music, I write bass line, drums pattern, and also I also write the guitar riff. But then when we were in three, so bass, vocal, and drums, we thought that we we could not, I mean, playing live with without a guitar player. So we want to try and find a way to have, in a certain way, alternative way, the sound the guitar, but make it sound different. So
Hmm.
actually, in all our songs there are real guitars, but then we work so much with our sound engineer producer, who produced our singles, and we kind of mixed the sound of the real guitar with synth, so it
Mm,
sounds
okay.
a little bit, how can I say, cyber,
Fake.
something like that.
Cyber
Yeah,
fake.
fake, but it's
Yeah.
not fake. It's not,
No,
no
it's
one fake
no,
No.
it.
it's not fake. Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
but yeah, this is how we work. Till now, but
Hmm.
sometimes actually, it happened that I write only the instrumental part, and
Hmm.
then Melissa write all the vocal lines and the lyrics. So actually, we help each other, and we always try to be, how can I say, focus on the song and not to ourselves. I hope so.
Yeah.
Okay, but what I want to say is just that, yeah, we work actually as a duo, basically.
Mm,
And sometimes it's also, happen that, I don't know, maybe Melissa had some ideas for the instrumental
mhm.
part, so we help each other. For example,
Yeah, of course.
about no, it's not, of course. For example, Psychotic Banana, there was
Mhm,
the intro of the bass, and
mhm,
at the beginning I wanted to keep it for the whole, um, for the whole song, not for the whole song, which is the English name for the stropha. Stropha. How do you
Versus.
say? Okay, for the
Versus.
verses. But then Melissa, wanted to have a bass line, for the verse. A simple one,
mhm.
and yeah, she had a really good
Yeah,
idea finally,
I
because she need to see. Sorry, what do you want to say?
no, that I always suggest. I always advise Helly for
Mhm.
changes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
Yeah.
working. I gotta say. So now we got
Yeah.
to get to some of the lyrics. So I did the reaction for Psychotic Banana
Yeah.
and love the video, and
Yeah.
it seems to me that you guys put yourselves through a lot of things in the videos with the contacts. That freaks
Yeah.
me out. And then and I saw a video on YouTube of you guys making the videos, and it's like really cold sets and all the kind of stuff you
Yeah.
guys put into it. So I really appreciate that. But I still have no idea what a psychotic banana is.
Yeah, it
So
doesn't mean really it really doesn't mean anything and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
mhm,
I just needed a funny metaphor for something
mhm,
that's not that funny, which is addictions. So
mhm,
the psychotic banana is it actually represents an addiction. It can be alcohol, it can be drugs, it can be relationships, it can be anything.
mhm.
And so it's just a funny
Which is
name for
mhm.
something bad.
There you go. And
Yeah,
you guys can absolutely validate that no bananas were harmed during the video
absolutely.
making.
Yeah, I
Okay.
actually have eaten a few of them because we needed to do the scene where I was biting a banana,
hmm
and we had to reshot that scene for like two or three times, but the banana had to be new every time. So I was
Yeah.
eating
So
and
a
then
few of them
finishing
were
every
harmed.
yeah. Yeah, and
Awesome.
then we donated them, by the way. It was really
Oh, good.
beautiful. It was Helly's idea to donate them to the zoological park.
Yeah.
Oh, way to go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Good
I
job.
mean, we bought like, sorry, we bought like, fuck, we bought like 500 banana. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh my. That's a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
Not
So
one person could take that.
no,
So
No, yeah. Yeah,
no, even
awesome.
they were
Awesome.
heavy. I had them on me. I was inside the
hmm
bathtub, and
hmm
they put all that bananas on me to cover the entire tub, and
hmm
they were heavy. Oh my god,
Oh
they
wow.
weighted
yeah,
so much. Yeah.
yeah.
And this has nothing to do with your music or anything like this, but it's just because I just found this out. Most people eat a banana the wrong way, or like when they go to peel a
Yeah,
banana.
I hate it.
Have you seen that? Like people don't know how to peel a banana because you have to
Yeah,
peel from the opposite side, like
Yeah,
where it's
absolutely.
following the monkeys.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
absolutely.
so
exactly.
I
it really
discovered
works,
that.
though.
Yeah, yeah, it really works. I
Yeah.
discovered that a few years ago, and then from that
hmm
point, I was wow. I've eaten bananas the wrong way. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is
It's
really
life
important.
changing when you find it
Yeah,
out. You know.
it's so easy. It's so easy.
and, and
Wow.
so the other aspect is within the lyrics is you guys love lines because it's out of line productions, I believe, but then you have we built the line and we destroy the line. And so what does the line mean to you?
Yeah.
Uh,
The coincidence with our label's name wasn't actually done on purpose, and
Okay.
it's actually funny. But yeah, Helly, would you like to talk about that since it was your idea?
yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was actually a long time till now that I mean, one of the concepts that I always think about is a line, an invisible line that divides people. I mean,
hmm
it's easy to see how I mean people are divided just only for the wrong idea or perspective. So I mean, sometimes I feel really obsessed by this concept, and yeah, I mean, basically there is this invisible line that divides people, and I mean,
hmm
this is also the reason that war exists and all that shit. I mean, so
Yeah.
I mean, actually, it could be really, really a long, long argument, but the point um, is just that I mean, we actually used to draw this line, and I mean, we divide ourselves from the other. I mean, even if
hmm
we don't recognize that we are doing it, but sometimes it's hard to realize that I mean maybe we are not so different from the other people, and that
hmm
maybe share or have the same good and bad experience. So I mean, this is a really really long argument. Okay, so I mean,
Yeah,
actually, we
so
could write
le-
many albums only talking about this.
Sure.
Yeah.
yeah, just
Yeah.
long story short, with Build the Line is about accept that we are building those line that divides us, and Destroy the Line is about embracing the change to destroy the line, and embrace the others,
Yeah.
and right now is about embracing the present,
Hmm.
and so working to change things.
Hmm.
Even if it's
That's
fucking hard, but we try to do our best.
no, it's fantastic and makes perfect sense. And thank you for that.
Thank
Because I was
you.
going, I was looking at the EP, which I also want to figure out. So the Psychotic Banana EP, which is the only music that's out now, was it on purpose that you wanted to put an EP out, or was there originally a LP, a long
Mm, no,
form, or
I think mm, that's the label uh, that's a label choice to probably group all our singles together so that people
Mhm,
can, on Spotify, you have the
mhm,
whole the whole EP, so you can press play and listen to all of our songs. Actually,
okay,
we didn't want to release an EP, but it is probably for um, logistic reason.
mhm.
I
Yeah.
don't know. So we're
Yeah,
still
no,
releasing an album. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
very thankful that it's an EP, because part of my channel is me learning new music that's all over the world, and a lot of times what people suggest, I fall in love with a band and then I realize they have like 20 albums and I have to then go buy 20 albums, and so I
Yeah.
fell in love with you guys and I was like, wait a minute, there's just an EP. I'm at the
Yeah.
beginning of this whole
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
so I was
Yeah.
very excited for that.
We're
But of
new.
course, I
You
definitely want more.
you were lucky. We are new, so you
Yeah.
didn't have
Hmm.
to listen a whole discography.
Exactly. So, and I'm so thankful, and I definitely want to hear more from you guys. So, I believe Helly, you hinted at possibly an album end of the year or somewhere around there.
I think during this summer. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or after
Cool.
maybe, but we have everything is recorded and mixed,
Hmm.
so we just have to wait a little bit to
Yeah.
have everything ready, and then we can go.
Yeah.
Awesome. And I see that you guys are we'll just go for the, I guess, the right now. I see you guys have been touring or playing shows a lot recently. How have those shows been going for you?
For me, it was probably the one of the best, or maybe the best experience ever. I mean, I started to play with bands when I was 15 years old. Started to play
Mhm,
in pubs, bars, small crowd, restaurants, stuff like this. And I
mhm,
think that I play with like 16 or 17 or maybe 20 projects since the time. But for me personally, it was since a really really long time that I always dreamt to have my own band, to, I mean, play, composing my music, playing live, having really good vibes, playing really good on stage, making a great show, and working with really amazing people. So right now, I
mhm,
mean, I feel really, really, really happy. I mean, even if it's just the beginning. I mean, we just had three shows. One, the first in Italy, in the north of Italy. It was a test actually, but it
mhm,
went really, really good. And then we just, I mean, last week we played in Germany and then in France. And I mean, everyone was so happy. I mean, our session musicians. So Marco is the bass player, Marco Valerio. Francesca Mancini is the guitar player, and then also our live sound engineer Marco Marinato, and also our tech light Teo. And yeah, everyone is happy about this project, and yeah, we are more than happier, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it's so satisfying because every music, every track that you release and produce, it's like a baby that you gave life to that baby, and then when you play live and you see all that people that are happy, it's so satisfying. Really, it made us so happy and motivated to keep going on. Really.
Yeah.
So, do you have any, I guess, tours lined up for, I'm sure Europe, and I'm going to hope America at some point, but any plans on America? Or only come to Washington, D.C.?
Okay.
That would be the best. But just throughout are you guys going to be touring through Europe, I'm assuming?
Well,
Or
we didn't have anything planned at the moment, but probably for the next year, maybe we will have something. And I don't know how it works, but United States are so far away, and
yes.
we just started, so we probably won't be touring in the US soon, but it is obviously our goal. Yeah.
It would be great. That's the one thing about this channel. I've interviewed people that are in bands, and it's all in Europe. And every time I mention coming to DC, it's always like, "Oh, that's kind of hard," which is
Yeah.
it's totally understandable with the economics of everything.
Yeah.
But a boy can dream,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we can
Yeah,
we can help.
Of course.
we are dreaming too.
Yeah, of
So
course. But I mean, right
yeah,
now
so
we just have few shows. I think I don't remember. Okay, two during this summer, and then it's a secret. But I mean, for sure. But then
awesome.
for sure, we still do not have a real proper long tour. Okay, but I mean,
Yeah.
this naturally will happen when we release the first
Release the
album.
album. Yeah.
Yeah,
hmm
yeah. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
the situation.
So we're just at the beginning. I can't wait for the new music to come out. And I can't thank you guys enough for starters. I love the EP. And so I hope everybody who's listening to or watching this, I'm looking at the wrong camera. I'm like, there's usually another camera. So I hope everybody who, watches my channel goes out and gets your EP if they haven't already, because it's fantastic. So Psychotic Banana, you should definitely check it out. Is there any other way that, my audience could, support you guys in any way other than a lot of them are in all throughout Europe, so they can show up to your events or your shows.
Yeah, of
But
course. And then they can follow us on Instagram. And we didn't have an online shop at the moment, but we're hopefully going to have one soon. So if they want to follow us, they can um, how do oh my god, I don't remember how to talk in English. And
Well,
they can keep up to date, so they will never miss anything from us.
a little bit patient, but I mean, we're gonna release the album really soon. I hope.
okay, and there's definitely going to be like a merch section.
Yeah,
a
of
website.
course. Yeah. Exactly.
A
Full
big
of
fan of merch
bananas.
over here.
Yes,
Exactly.
Yes.
I need an autographed banana.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
we have one. We will have one.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sitting down with me. It's been a pleasure to talk to you guys, and I wish you guys nothing but success in the future. I love the EP, and I hope everybody else goes and checks it out. So, Hand of Juno.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
very
much.
So much.
So there you have it, folks. That was my interview with Hand of Juno. I just want to say thank you again to Hand of Juno for sitting down with me. I had an amazing time. And folks, if you haven't already picked up their EP, Psychotic Banana, you absolutely have to. I love it. I do listen to it all the time, and it's definitely some good stuff. So please, please, please support them and check out their EP, Psychotic Banana. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you haven't already, please be sure to hit the subscribe button so you can be aware when more interviews like this come up. I do reactions. There's going to be vlogs soon. There's going to be all kinds of stuff on this channel. You're not going to want to miss it. So please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. More importantly, leave comments. As you know, if you've been following the channel, I love the comments. I pretty much answer as many comments as I possibly can. That's my way of reaching out to you guys and having a great interaction. And the comments to me are everything. So please continue to leave comments. And with that being said, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.